Right, well...
I must compare the samples of earth that I found.
that's
And if I mix this earth with another substance... I can't do that. Now it must all be stirred. The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then?
Indeed.
I'll get it.
Oh, right. I'm in charge now. Go, Watson. I'm not sure where we're after. We have to have one of these sets of books. One of these, or do we need to go into my room? Which I never know which one's which. I think is this Watson's. Nope, that's Holmes. This is Holmes. This is.
Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
Which one's the work table again? Is that the one you're at, or this one?
I have found my book, Holmes.
Good.
I have found...
Good.
I have...
Good.
Book.
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis.
Then why are you standing up, Holmes? Rope is worn on one side. Was always used from the same side. Probably. Damp earth brought in by the Bishop of Knightsbridge killers. Well, from the pit, we said. Ah. You slow something into a pit. Fragment of black granite painted black. Granite wall painted black. Hang on. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying it. Pit, granite wall. The other. Come from a building. Building undergoing repairs probably makes sense. The Whitechapel Clinic is near a construction site. No. Alright, okay. I think that makes sense to lower something into a pit. We know it's a pit. The fact it's worn on one side, always used from the same.
I haven't finished.
No, because I misclicked. Sorry. Manufactured with a one side. No, it was, yeah. It was used to lower something into a pit. Granite wall. Monument painted black. We don't painted rock. No. Soil is from a pit. Pit near a monument. Grave and a grave site. Probably makes sense. Near a grave. No! Tombstone factory. Tombstone factory. That makes no sense. I think building undergoing repairs is near a construction site makes sense. Although I'm not entirely sure where the... So that then goes to... come from a building. I mean, if we're going to say that's a granite wall painted... I mean, unless you say that's a monument painted black, in which case, pit near a monument, grave.
Now
Grave.
I can make the right decision.
There we go, I missed that one out. Okie dokie. Near... Oh, near a memorial at Whitechapel. Oh, near the Whitechapel Cemetery.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
So what does WCCH stand for? Is it Whitechapel something hospital? I mean, that would involve spelling it. I've only no, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this. I'm going to go back to the dialogue. Scroll down to the bottom. Whitechapel. So assume that's just one W. I don't know. Production Nightbridge. Alright. Finger tore his aggressor's finger off with his teeth. Fought his aggressors savagely. So there's still some things to go there, apparently. Wait, what are we doing? I wasn't paying attention. Are we going there now? No. Sorry. What am I doing now?
We must analyze all our clues, Watson.
Okay. Then why did you stop analysing then, Holmes? Oh, you're not letting me analyse. No. I meant to analyse when you won't let me analyse. Unless I meant to use them? No. Oh,
No, it is unnecessary.
but it's...
I can... No. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary.
Use the soil? Right. To analyze the evidence, add liquid to the test tubes. Use all active ingredients to account all its characteristics. Fatality. Wait, okay, I don't know. Oh, this goes down each thing, does it? Right, so that had 1, 2, 1, was it? Yeah, there we go. It's called remembering things. 3010. Oh, hello. Oh, 20. Oh my goodness, and I'm using all of it? Oh dear, you only get so many tries. 2030. Okay. Yeah, hello. 0201. And this one. 3300.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Substance that provokes a heightened aggression, close to madness, death by cardiac arrest. Oh dear.
Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
Right, okay. Well. More deduction stuff. Poison! Yeah. Poison that causes madness. Wait, there's more stuff. Oh dear, maybe I've gotten things wrong. Oh dear. Went mad. Yeah, alright, it was the contents of the flask. I see.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves.
Yay, kablingle blangle. Need his monograph. on poisoners. Which I assume would be on this shelf, but maybe it isn't. It is on this shelf. Maybe it is. Oh, hello.
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters. General practitioner? That won't be of any use to me.
Right.
Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else.
Watson. Just looking for a monograph on poisoners. Which I assume would be here somewhere. Maybe it's over on his desk. I really... Oh, hello. Something...
The work tech. Holmes's homemade analyzer.
We've just been looking at that, thank you very much. There's one of the books over here. Source, Scotland Yard. Hans Schliemann, aka... Schliemann, because it's the second vowel you say. Aka the Rat Killer. Nationality German. Date and place of birth 20th of January 1839 in Stuttgart. Arrested 5th of May 1888 in London, where imprisoned. London, sentence life. Doubt it. If he murdered someone, probably be sentenced to death. Found guilty of the following charges: poisoning, attempted poisoning, theft, and receiving chemical substances. Murder, an attempted murder, so he'd be hanged. Kidnapping with aggravated circumstances, cruelty to animals, hit and run, illegal use of chemicals, manipulation of the weak, drunken charge. History and description of the individual. Despite numerous mental problems and neuroses, Hans Schliemann is an exceptional chemist and an equally remarkable mathematician. At the age of 21, his unstable and violent character resulted in his expulsion from the University of Vienna, where he had excelled in his chosen subjects. After being expelled, he was not heard of again for 4 years. He was captured and arrested in June 1864 during the case number X2552A, the Stuttgart poisoning, in which he was the principal suspect. He escaped before being sentenced and vanished again. A number of elements suggested that he had found refuge in London. An investigation undertaken by Scotland Yard found him living under the stolen identity of one Leonardo Itizia. However, the officers who came to arrest him were poisoned and he escaped once more. Our informers picked up his trail again in 1880 as an ancient factory converted into a clandestine chemical factory. Schliemann was absent during the search. From the documents found inside the laboratory, we learned he had a diabolical plan in mind. His goal was to poison the drinking water reservoirs in several parts of the city. To this day, his motives remain unclear. His arrest on the 5th of May 1888 was due entirely to chance. He was recognised by a police officer while stumbling around in a state of inebriation, shouting of his intention to poison the entire city. None of the interrogations following his arrest have provided any conclusive information. Hans Schliemann broke his silence only with incoherent comments.
According to these documents, Hans Schliemann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schliemann tomorrow. You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Was I saying that wrong? Was I saying Schliemann rather than Schliemann? I was, wasn't I? Oops.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes, no one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course... I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
Oh, I forgot you existed as a framing device.
I want to listen to. My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
What's the
I
point?
had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it.
Couldn't we stick with just Holmes and Watson?
Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Okay, several issues actually. 1, Baker Street irregulars, Holmes would normally pay them. 2, he would normally pay them sovereigns, not just pennies and shillings. 3, there have been several incidences where Holmes has turned up for a particular occurrence that has not been connected, that has not technically been a case he's been brought in for, and he's investigated it for whatever reason. So the game's being a bit pointlessly kind of pointing these things out. Like, Watson should know these things. We could go off to any of these places, but I think we'll actually put a cut in here, and next time we will progress and go somewhere else, wherever that may be. We might head back to Whitechapel because that's where we were last time in the last game, but I don't know. I probably won't think about that. I'll just come into the game and be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.